There's a reason that in our fellowship, we talk about not bending the knee. Technically, we're just saying, don't capitulate. There are reasons for this, and it's because once you show a sign of weakness against the mob, well, the mob just keeps coming, and they never stop. And unfortunately, there are some corporations, and one specifically, that's learning this lesson the hard way. And it's a pretty big one, and it was a pretty big oops. Poor Disney. Here we go. Late last week, it looked like Disney was going to pull off a miracle, fresh off of some incredible news around some changes and some things that were being done within the company to improve the stock price and, of course, its ultimate value. It looked like they were avoiding a very divisive political move, something that was driven by activists in a way that was, well, mischaracterizing a piece of legislation in Florida by attaching a name to it that I'm not going to say on this video. First of all, I don't want to give it any rise because it was a lie. And two, because of, how confiscatory this platform or this primary platform that I use, YouTube, can be when you talk about such issues or use any word that is, well, controversial. But despite their best efforts and Bob Chapek staying out of the fray for as long as he did, eventually he capitulated and bent the knee. And when that happens, it doesn't stop happening. And here's case in point. Women's rights group slams Disney's donation to I can't say the word, politicians. Wow, that sucks. I hate being censored like this. Anyway, women's rights group Ultraviolet, which probably should be called Ultraviolent in my opinion, but I will keep going, slams Disney's donations to anti-life ending and anti-LGBTQ plus politicians, urging the company to do more. They are actually asking Disney to not put any financial capital behind people they disagree with. I wonder if the other side of the equation would do the same thing. I imagine that they would. But again, as a corporation, staying apolitical is key. I'll keep going. Disney, which recently announced a pause on all donations to state legislators in Florida, has come under fire from a women's advocacy group called Ultraviolet, who urged the media giant to take further actions in support of the LGBTQ plus community and others. I wonder if they'll listen to somebody that, comes from a different perspective. A report revealed that 69% of political donations from Disney went to lawmakers who were anti-life ending, which the group argued is indicative of legislators' stance on other issues pertaining to the particular community that they're activists for. And people of color. I don't think that's true. Interesting. It's interesting that they would attach that to what they're talking about. Figures show that $166,100 of Disney's contributions went to politicians who supported the controversial Parents' Rights in Education bill. There you go. Now, this is a lie, what they say next, better known as the Don't Say This Word bill, right? As well as House Bill 5, which banned life-ending circumstances past 15 weeks. Well, it seems like a lot of people got together on that one. Director of Reproductive Rights Campaigns at Ultraviolet, Sonia Spool, acknowledged Disney's recent actions concerning the don't say the name of the bill controversy, but argued the company should demand money back and put it to use in supporting the agenda activist community. Simply pausing donations to all politicians instead of the ones pushing this radical agenda. You mean yours? by Florida's don't say the actual name of the bill and 15-week anti-life ban misses the point. Reproductive rights. Interesting name. This person would go on to say, company leadership is well aware of what Disney's political contributions support, but did nothing. Disney is funding legislation that will actively harm their own employees and consumers alike. Wrong. Wrong. They must do more than just pause donations. They should demand money that they gave to these, and this is funny, radical politicians. Let me tell you something there, Spoo. I think that's your name, Sonia Spoo. You're the radical. You're the activist. You're the person with the divisive agenda. You're the one who's lying about the name of a bill. You're the one who tried to jump on board with a name that misrepresented what the bill was about. And you're also misrepresenting it in various ways, but we'll keep going. If Disney paid attention to political stances of who they gave it to, they would have seen it coming. If you support anti-life-ending bans, you are more likely to support attacks on certain children and more likely to support measures to disenfranchise. Oh my goodness, this is such a yarn. Various people of color at the ballot box. That's what this person says. The legislation passed in Florida are more examples of how these sorts of cruel bills, life ending, not cruel, move together and reinforce one another and how they are supported by the same people. Look, there is no winning with agenda-driven activist groups like this and many others. If you're a corporation, it's best just to dip out. If your employees want to give to these causes, so be it. But as a corporation, if you want to make the broadest appeal, you need to get out of this game. And Disney had the opportunity and looked like they were about to pull it off and epically failed. And I think that's a real shame. In fact, I saw a great video by another YouTube creator here in the last couple of days. His name's Valiant Renegade, spelled with 2 L's for some reason. And he did an amazing job of breaking this down kind of with the same take that I have, slightly different. And since he comes from the same perspective as I do most of the time when it comes to analyzing the actual business behind these entertainment decisions, I think that might be well worth your while as well. And I actually put the link in the description, so do check that out. But hey, what do you think? Do you think Disney, despite whether or not you agree with the legislation or don't, because it really doesn't make any difference, but do you think they really put their foot in it? Do you think they had an opportunity to not? Do you think that they wasted this opportunity to completely sidestep this issue and make it so that they can never be leveraged again? I think they fooled themselves into thinking this would help. I don't know how else to say it. The major faux pas, I don't know, other than to say they screwed it up. And this is going to haunt the current CEO for a long time. It's going to haunt the company as a whole far longer than you could imagine, because everybody coming into any job at this point is going to be subjected to these activists' divisive crazy. And wow, missed opportunity indeed. Anyway, I'm interested in your thoughts. Please use the comment section down below. Agree with me or don't, that's fine. But as far as whether or not corporations should stay apolitical, I think there's a lot of reasons why that's a good plan. But do support other independent creators here on the platform. I mentioned one just a few moments ago that I appreciate. Also, make sure you interact with their videos in all of the ways you possibly can, whether you share them out, hit the like button. If you're subscribed to them, that's fantastic, but the comments really do drive engagement, so please do that for them as well. And of course, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye. Hey there, one last quick note before I let you go, and before we make it to the end of this video. I, CultureCasino, have a brand new Teespring store. That's right, you can now go to Teespring, look up CultureCasino, or use the link in the video below, and pick out some handsome and beautiful Culture Casino merchandise with many different designs and styles and colors, many different items. I was actually surprised at all of the things that you could create, and I have some more designs and items on the way here shortly. But, if you want to support the channel in that way, there is some merch. Otherwise, here comes the ending. Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.